Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys the planners that I tried this year that just didn't work out for me. I know it looks like I have quite a lot over here, but let me show you guys what I have. I have the Passion Planner Academic layout or the weekly layout. I tried a Plum Paper planner for homeschool. It's a homeschool planner. The Leverage planner and the Cultivate What Matters 2020 Powersheets goal planner. And here on this side I do have the budget planners that I was testing out for this year. I did mention in the last video that one of the things I'd like to do more on this channel is to do budget planner reviews. I love planners, obviously, since I'm trying all of these out, but what I enjoy most is budgeting. I'm going to talk about this in the end. I'm going to go ahead and go through the other planners first. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Powersheets planner. This was my first year that I decided to plan in a goal specific planner, and I've heard so many great things about Powersheets and wanted to give it a try for myself. I really wanted to love this goal planner because I think overall it's a really well thought out planner. I don't know if I stopped using it because of COVID and I just felt blah about everything. I think I only have one video of this, so I don't think I even showed you guys how I planned in this. But for me personally, I'm an overthinker, so even just doing, if you're not familiar with this, there is prep work that's to be completed before you actually set your goals, and that took me forever. And I'm pretty sure that's probably because I'm an overthinker. I overthink things, and I'm just gonna flip into here while I kind of just talk you through it. But this is how I filled it out. It took me a while. I think it took me off and on all of December of last year to fill these out. It's nice. The questions that it has on here are great because it's stuff that I haven't really thought of before. And some of these might be personal, but I'm sure you guys anyways. But yeah, just know that the prep work is really detailed and I think it's great. It's just I'm an overthinker, and sometimes when it's taking me too long to get my thoughts out or something, I just tend to give up. And I've said this numerous times on my channel that I am an overthinker, and it's just one of my most annoying tendencies, which is why I don't do a whole lot of decorative planning on here unless it's in the form of a kit or something. And I've also stopped memory planning because of it, because I tend to just stare at the page and figure out what the heck I'm going to do with it. Before I know it, it's been like 30 minutes. So yeah, some parts of this was messy. Some I tried to make it neat, but just didn't work out. I didn't even fill out this section here. And then January starts. I'm just going to skip through all of this so I don't bore you guys. Oh, and there's also this tending list that I thought was really awesome. I just never really kept up with it because you were meant to tear it off, put it on the wall or clipboard or something, and then you have it pretty much on your to-do list, your tending list, to help you get through your goals. The great thing about this also is that you do get a refresh. So I think it's every 3 months that you can kind of have a goal refresh, set some new goals if you have to, readjust. So I thought that was kind of nice, and that's what I did do. And I believe I stopped using this in May. April was my last month. So that is my final thoughts on this planner. Basically, I'm an overthinker, and I think I just make things way too more complicated than it is, which is why I gave up on it. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Plum Paper planner. And this one I decided to try out. Pardon the mess. This one I decided to try out when my son started distance learning in March. This one is the 3-month planner. It was pretty affordable. I think it was like $15. It's a 3-month planner, and I was able to choose what month I was able to start in, or I could start in. But after really planning in this, I think I started in April, I quickly realized like I don't need to have a dedicated planner because our school sent us a schedule every week and the lessons and links to go do the lessons and stuff like that. So I was able to just print that out. But what I was doing was printing it out and rewriting it, and I think that I was just doing too much work that I needed or had to do. But I just wanted to try this out because I don't know, I thought it would be more helpful, and just ended up being more time consuming, I guess. I do really like the reading log in the back, and this part here actually inspired me to create a reading log for my son. I just put it on a clipboard. This planner I think is great maybe if you're homeschooling, because it does have a ton of resources back here. I think I did a flip through, but you do get some extra worksheets in the back that could be helpful, like a year at a glance, classroom resources, subject, book website, homeschool supplies, attendance, it was only my son, reading log, extracurricular activities, daily grading, which I didn't need. Yeah, a lot of these I didn't really need. A field trip log. I mean, we're not really going anywhere because of quarantine anyways, so and these are just checklists. So I found myself only really using this for maybe a good 2 weeks. So yeah, I do have a flip through of this in case you guys are interested. I think that was pretty much the only video that I have of this because I really didn't use it anymore. So it is affordable and you can customize it if you want to. That's one of the great things about Plum Paper. So yeah, not using this anymore. And then in the summer I decided to get this size again to hopefully use it as a homeschool planner, because I don't know what I was thinking. Actually, I do know what I was thinking. I wanted to use it for my son's school. I knew we were going to be distance learning, so I thought this would be a great planner to have just all of his school stuff in, and it would kind of be like our little memory keeper, I guess, for homeschool. But again, it was time consuming and the planner was just a little bit too small for my liking. I think I just got used to planning in the medium size. And again, I found myself really just doing double work. The distance learning platform this time around is so much better and so much more organized. So I really don't need to be planning in this. So then what I decided to do was try to use it as a content planner. And there's not really much I really need to content plan. All I really have content wise is social media and YouTube, and for that, for the most part, I just use a notebook to kind of make my lists and to-do lists, and then I'll put it on a planner, so I can just combine that into my weekly planner, so I don't need an extra planner for that. Then I wanted to try to use it for tracking my food and stuff, but that's not working out. I really wanted to try not to waste the planner, but it's not working out. It's not working out. I'm going to try not to lose my mind trying to keep up with planners. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Maybe I'll use this planner to test out pens or something, but we'll see, because paper quality is actually pretty amazing on this. So yeah, I wanted to love it, just didn't work out. So okay, so moving on to the Leverage Planner. I wanted to love this. It's by the Budget Mom, and I really love the Budget by Paycheck workbook. And I think that this was a great planner. I think if I wasn't using the Budget by Paycheck workbook, this might have been great because it does have a financial section. So this is the month, this is the finance section, and for me, just with how I like to budget, this just didn't work out for me. I prefer the Budget by Paycheck workbook because it's more detailed. So my favorite section in here is the personal planning section. I've never really broke down housework before, but I quickly found that I really don't like to be flipping back and forth. And also for the weekly view, I don't know, I think I just got used to the Passion Planner weekly layout where it has the time on the top and then you have space at the bottom to write your lists. It does have a section here to do a list. So I really stayed in this planner for 3 months because I wanted to keep using the weekly personal planning section. And as time went on, I think I just really stopped relying on the scheduling here because I kind of have a routine on my own already. And just thinking about having to write it down and plan it out and stuff just was taking too much time, I think. I don't know, that's just me. I mean, sometimes I'll write things into my daily planner because I know things need to get done. So just having to, I don't know, over the past couple of weeks, I just found myself not really planning in this anymore. And one of my pet peeves in a planner, I really don't like spiral bound planners. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it, which is why I love the Passion Planner, because it's kind of that journal type of planner. No kind of spiral or anything. So the only benefit to having a spiral is that you can have it opened up halfway like this instead of having it laid out flat. But the only spiral bound planner I am using is the Budget by Paycheck workbook. I make the exception for that because it's an amazing budget planner. So I think September was the last month that I actually planned in this. I really wanted to try to keep my planner stack to maximum of 3 planners. I think for me personally, anything more than that is just overkill. I didn't want to just stay in here just for this section, because that would just mean having to pull another planner out of my stack just to fill this section out. So that's pretty much my final thoughts on the Leverage Planner. I know a lot of people had nothing but positive things to say about the Leverage Planner. I got so many views on my Leverage Planner videos, and I'm sorry if you guys subscribed for more LRP content, but I will not be using this anymore, or at least for sure for now I will not be using it anymore. But you will see the Budget by Paycheck workbook. This year I decided to try out the Beyond the Budget Money Planner, Go Girl Budget Planner, and then the Mini Happy Planner Budget Edition. So Go Girl Planner actually reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try out a planner. I saw that they had budget planners, so I asked if I could test out one of the budget planners. So I went ahead and said yes. So let me show you guys this planner first before I get into the other two. I do have a video of this, like a flip through and then a setup. Let me zoom you guys in. And I attempted to try to put tabs in here. These are just tabs that I had laying around. Like I said, I do have a flip through of this if you guys want to see it, but I don't know if I actually went back and showed you guys how I used it. I think I stopped planning in this. I was supposed to go into July, but I just stopped going into July. I think I just really have May and June in here. So I think this is nice to have. It's nice and small and compact if you don't have a lot of things going on. I like the trackers that's here, like the debt trackers, saving trackers, and I find that for me, I feel like we just have a lot of bills going on for the month. I put upcoming bills on here. Like I said, we just kind of have a lot. So for me, I find that it's not a whole lot of room. I also like to set up my budget bi-weekly. That's just my personal preference, and I know this is a monthly budget, but I did try to make it work with a bi-weekly pay schedule, and I think it's great, but I just think for me personally, I just need the room for it. There is a end of the month budget review at the back. So overall, I think this planner is great if you don't have a lot of things going on financially, and if you do like to budget monthly. I think it could still work if you get paid bi-weekly and you could just section it off like what I did. But like I said, we just have a lot of bills that we're tracking and a lot of expenses for our family as well. So yeah, that's pretty much my final thoughts on this. Okay, so moving on to the Mini Happy Planner Budget Edition. I haven't used the Happy Planner for budgeting in a while, so this one was interesting. So I think I did do a setup video on this as well, so if you guys are interested in more of the detail, I'll go ahead and link it below. I had plans for this planner, like updating our credit card debt payoff goals here, like just doing some inserts and stuff, but overall for me and the way I like to budget, it's too small for me. I think I just really got used to planning in the Budget by Paycheck workbook. So I also think that I was a little bit confused. If you guys use this, let me know how you guys like it. For me personally, I didn't like it. With the way I like to track, I tried to make it work with the weekly expenses, and I just find that there's not a lot of space. I don't know, that's just me, but I think I even stopped. I don't even think I planned beyond July. So I think I really just planned in this in June and May. So May was kind of, since that was the first month, that was kind of just my test run. And then for the following month. So for June, I think I tried something different and used an insert to kind of break things down. So I did a bi-weekly budget breakdown here, which is how I like to budget. That's one of the great things about Happy Planner, our planners with the disc, is that you can customize it. You can do inserts just like this. And I had some laying around from my previous mini Happy Planners, so this one worked out for me, and it might work out for you guys too. I also had this in that one wallet that everyone really loved. That video got a ton of views. If you guys want to check out that channel, or if you guys want to check out that video, I'll link it down below. But that's where I had this planner in. I am no longer using that wallet other than storing my seeking funds until I get my TPM wallet. I don't know if I'm going to give that away maybe since I'm not using it, but I'll see. So I think this month worked out so much better now that I was able to customize it however I wanted to. So if this was a planner that you have or are interested in getting and want something on the go, I think this is a great option, especially since you can add different things in here and you'll be able to put it in one of those zip wallets to really make it more of a wallet. The only thing I didn't like about this was the weekly expenses, but that's pretty much it because I don't track weekly, I track more bi-weekly. So this one didn't work out for me. And I didn't like how they had category and descriptions already listed out for you. So what I did was just white it out just because I have my own categories that I use. That's pretty much my final thoughts on this planner. And last but not least, the Beyond the Budget Money Planner. So of all the budget planners that I tried, this one was my favorite, or is my favorite, because I love the money journaling prompts at the beginning of the planner. I do have a flip through of this, so if you're interested to see that, I will go ahead and leave that video down below, but I don't want you guys to see that because it's a little personal. I also do have a flip through of September as well. But what I do love about this planner is that you're able to do a budget for every paycheck that you get. So you get four of these pages. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you saw my September budget video on this, you guys know that I'm doing a 3 paycheck budget month. The other thing that I love about this is the paper quality is amazing. I was able to use markers or my Tombow markers on here, which I love. It's also pretty affordable too, and it was the only planner that I found that was also a budget by paycheck type of budget planning. Everything else, all the other planners that I've seen were more on the monthly layout, and I love the color of this as well. It looks so nice and chic. It's compact. You can pretty much throw this in your purse, and it's a nice hard cover. So yeah, that is pretty much it that I have to say about this budget planner. This is going to be the last budget planner that I will be reviewing for the rest of 2020, other than the budget by paycheck workbook, the new one that I'm going to be getting. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if there were planners that you tried out this year. I would like to know which planners they were. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.